Good evening, everyone. This is Michael, and I'm substituting for Tuya this evening. She's one of our little dogs had a problem and is in need of some healing, and Tuya is very good at that, so she's taking care of Sophie, which means wisdom. And so I'll just carry on through, and we're reading, when we do read, from the reappearance of the Christ. Wonderful book, and a book that I would really recommend for everyone at least once a year if you're in the DK work, because of course it tells us really what we're doing and why we're working so hard for the externalization of the hierarchy and for the reappearance of the great Lord Maitreya for the next 2,000 years or so. I imagine that it will begin to occur, although we're told, don't anticipate too hard because the time and the condition is up to him, but I would say at least, at least about 100 years, something like that, because there's many things to be done by the externalizing hierarchy itself, and those emergences and the plans for the actual externalization are being enacted or put down starting from 2025. This is what Master DK says. In all probability, it will be so. So there are many places from which we can begin. And we're talking here about the greater things that lie ahead of humanity, and that they will do even greater things, said the Christ, than he is doing. The wonder of the new age is an amazing thing, and we don't have a great idea about what will emerge, but we trust his prophecy. Humanity is intended to make great progress during the age of Aquarius. So, a few things about the Christ and his teaching. I think this may be where Tuya left off when she was last reading. For the first time in human history, the love of God was embodied in a man, and Christ inaugurated the era of love. It was the end of a great 250,000 year cycle, and it was the beginning of the smaller age of Pisces, the keynote of which is a very profound salvational, saving love. The Buddha was and is a great being, but his emphasis upon the aspects of divinity is other than that. He's the Lord of light and the Lord of wisdom, and Christ is the Lord of love. That expression of divine love is still in the making. The world is not yet full of love, and few there are who understand the true meaning of the word. Now, that is so true. We may think we do understand, but when even a little bit of this divine Christ-like love settles upon us, we realize how far we have been from the mark. But speaking symbolically, when the United Nations has emerged into factual and actual power, the welfare of the world will then be assured. Well, it has somewhat emerged. and there's still much to do as the selfish national interests still fight against it. And right now, the United States, strange as it may seem, because the United States with its second-rate soul is probably one of the places where the Christ could set up his headquarters, as the word is used. The United States works against the welfare of the United Nations so often, and that is a great sadness, but it can be corrected.